Thank you for coming on. Good evening, Cubes of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and I am joined, as always, with the man with the fattest stack of comics in the land, Rob, Fat Stacks of Comics. How you doing tonight, sir?
Oh, well, I'm always happy to be found somewhere. Somebody found me on YouTube, apparently.
Right?
I'm like, where's Waldo? I feel like. Where's Robbo?
Yeah, exactly. Where's
I,
Robbo? New branding.
I just need to get a red and white shirt.
Yeah, another lawsuit in the making, buddy.
Yes.
And of course, our guest tonight, because this is the best show to get on YouTube to get to know people through their comics. We have the Immortal BiggieShaq joining us this evening. His second time on the channel. Always a pleasure. Biggie, how are you tonight, sir?
Doing great. Really appreciate. I'm honored to come on 1011. It is a prestigious show where you get to show what kind of collector you are. And Gary does a fantastic job of co-hosting and hosting with Rob, of course. So thank you so much.
Oh, no, we appreciate you being here. We're going to say hi to the chat and then we'll let you introduce yourself. So tonight, already, we have Las Cruces in. How you doing tonight, sir? We have Gene Mallow. Good evening, buddy. Chop and Drop. Good evening, sir. How are you? All right, we have
Joe, Anachronic Comics.
yeah, we have Surfer here. How you doing, Surfer? If you guys haven't checked him out, great dude as well. We have Ignacio. We got Joe. How you doing tonight, Joe? Ignacio, nice to see you, buddy. And we got Nadia Little Monster. Good evening, Nadia. Thank you for joining us. Digger Jim, how are you, buddy? Now, Biggie, like as I like to do on any of my live shows, the first couple minutes, I want the guests to introduce themselves and give a little summarization of their channel. So anyone watching on the rewind can find you and know what you're about and sub you up. And guys, remember, anyone watching, the links to my co-host and to Biggie are in the description below. And right now, we are on a mission to get Rob Fat Stacks of Comics past Taylor Winder. So
Just because it'll irritate him.
Biggie's already passed that milestone. So Biggie,
That's right. Congrats.
Biggie,
Thank you,
let
thank
them know
you.
a little bit about you, buddy.
Well, man, I started off my channel playing Tekken because some dude thought it was cute to sneak a win on your boy and post it on YouTube. And I was not having any of that as a red-blooded American. I said, I'm going to get you back, dude, because I know I can. So I beat his ass. I posted it, and that was the beginning of BiggieShaq. Now, the Immortal BiggieShaq is my comic book name. So Immortal BiggieShaq is tied in with Hulk Hogan and Biggie and Shaq. I love all of them, and wrestling and comics is important to me. So if you come to my channel, you're going to see a lot of wrestling, a lot of promos, and you're going to see a lot of cool collectors, man. I got a new show, Comic Collector Club. I do it every 2 weeks. Got a great panel. We went from having a couple people on the panel to being full every time. And you can catch me on Tony's, the Big Tone, on The Hunt. We show books and play for championships, the longest running competing YouTube comic book show, dude, Tony Sanders. And then my big homie, Comic Head 84, which basically put me on, because when I seen Madness on YouTube, he showed me how to get in Google Hangouts and all that stuff, him and D-Rump. So that's pretty much my channel.
Nice. So, with being a wrestling fan and a comic fan, I got to ask, because this is an elusive comic, and I got to know if you have it. Do you have the WWE #1, the Macho Man Randy Savage 1 in 100 variant?
I don't, but don't let me forget to shout out my boy Discovery Bay. I did a lot of stuff with him. Give respect to Discovery Bay. But that book, my boy Madness has it, and I think Whodad has one. I know what you're talking about. He's doing the glasses. And
yeah. The with the pinky and the classic Macho.
Right.
Great book, expensive book. You got to pay $200-300 to get that. but
Yeah.
it's a sweet one. But all right, so Biggie, we're here tonight to see 10 books that are personal to you, one with a story, and what Biggie thinks is a good spec pick. All right, and
Okay.
we already know from watching your new show that it wasn't any of those moderns. But let's start
It
out with
usually
your
ain't.
first book.
All right, let's do that. Let's go with the lowest grade copy I got in front of me, I believe. We got ASM 129.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That is a great book to have.
It really is. And I went into buying it thinking, I'm going to get me a mid grade copy or something. And it's going to cost me like, at least $1,200, $1,400 and all this stuff, right? And I find this puppy for $650. Buy it now. And I was just like,
$6.50 or $650.
yeah,
$650.
$6,500. No, yeah, 650. So I was just like, shit, sign me up. I can't not buy the complete copy of Punisher for $650. So that's what I got, man. And it's not horrible. It's about I think it's 1.5, 1.8 maybe.
No, if it's complete and it's not split,
It's
just missing
split.
that.
It's got some bad.
It's
Yeah.
got. Is it? Okay. I mean, you can still get maybe a. It's
You
hard
can
to
get
say.
around it too. Yeah, it's hard to say. But I'm happy with
the
it.
problem. That's the
But
problem with that
still.
grade range, man. It could be. It's really hard to nail them down. But as long as it presents good, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, I mean, even a 0.5 is going for stupid money right now, so I'm happy with that.
Now, did you get that because you're a Punisher fan, a Spider-Man fan, or both?
I'm first off a comic book collector fan. So I have this weird fascination in my mind of what are the cool comics to buy. And Punisher is right up there with the highest echelons of people craving a book. So I like stuff that's like, oh wow, that's great to have. And I don't know how to explain it. But
It's
I'm
a
an
very
old
significant
school.
key. You could even call it potential. It's a grail for some.
Right.
So it's definitely a small G grail without a doubt,
Right.
bordering on a capital G grail.
Yeah, it's one of those books that you can't get any. I had one when I was a kid. You don't know to hold on to stuff when you're a kid.
Oh, you had one. Bees, oh, bees.
Well, when I was young. All right, let's see
So,
that Fantastic Four.
Oh,
yeah, we got a Fantastic 449. I'm not trying to cover it up with my big hand or nothing. It's not horrible. It's just a pretty good book.
Yeah, nice old Silver Age 12 center.
Yeah.
that's just
I remember my boy got this one and 48, and I was just like, man, that must be nice. And I finally ponied up and got a 49.
yeah. It's just a run that's going ballistic.
And not only that, it's just one of the more classic covers from the FF. But that's not saying a lot because they have so many classic covers. It's like Spider-Man. You could pick out 100 FF covers, and they're all incredible.
Yeah, and for some reason, a really underrated team. I think for a long time, even though Fantastic Four is the first family of Marvel, I still think a lot of time when people think of comic book teams, they're often overlooked.
Right. And it's always hard to have the Silver Surfer on the cover and not have it be dynamic.
Yeah. I love Kirby. Kirby's my favorite artist, and I feel like he had a personal connection with the Silver Surfer and Galactus story. Even though Stanley wrote it and shit, Kirby snuck Silver Surfer in. Like I don't know that I think the story goes that Kirby just kind of had this silver guy surfing in the sky, and Stanley was like, "Who is that?" So
Yeah, beauty.
just interesting to me. All right, trying to keep pace. Trying to
Oh, you're fine. Talk about what you want. I'm just trying not to
yeah.
interrupt you. You look like you're on a mission.
Yeah, I just I want to represent for my people. You know what I'm saying?
I already see that big book right there that you're holding.
We got that Iron Man 1, baby.
Yeah,
Sweet.
the big
Yep.
premiere issue.
I'm sure I'm not showing you anything y'all ain't never seen before yet, but
No, but I get to always see these books I don't own, which is always fun.
yeah, I've always looked at this like, damn, if I only had one of them, you know? And it wasn't that long ago, 4 years ago. Even when I had comics, I was just like, shit, it'd be nice to have just one book that was worth something, you know? And um, I got a lot of these books because my antique shop bought a collection, and it had a bunch of modern books and a bunch of Silver Age and some stuff I was able to keep. And I sold it super cheap. And it was like multiples. It was a weird collection because it was like a Diller collection and a real and his PC. So there was like 10 copies of Spider-Verse 5, the one with the robot, and a bunch of ones with Iron Man and Singularity, and all of them, dude. So
Nice.
I was
And
able to cash in.
that cover, it always reminds me of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like if Iron Man had his legs out a little more, he'd be doing the Van Damme pose.
You just need to put her chairs under his legs.
Yep.
What was the first book I showed? I already forget.
You showed
Oh,
ASM
Punisher.
129.
That's right. All right. So this book right here, my friend D Runk. Thank you so much, D. I was short about $100, I think, and I was going for FF52, and there was this 2.5, and it was priced just right, dude. It was like $650, and he let me borrow the $100, and it took me like a day to pay him back. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
nice. I love this book.
Yeah. First
Another
Black
classic,
Panther.
The Moon in the Back, Black Panther right there.
Yeah, the only one where he's got a cape. Why don't they ever do an homage with him wearing a cape?
Right. Yeah, I never thought about that with the cape either, Biggie. For some reason, it
It,
just never crossed my mind.
they should do more caped Panther stuff. I think, as far as I know, I've never even seen a variant with him wearing a cape. He came in like the black suit Captain Marvel, G'd up and shit, and you never seen it again.
Joe says, very nice, better condition than his.
Oh, thank you.
They probably got something from DC sent them a. Hey, it looks like Black Batman. You can't do that.
And for a Kirby cover, man, this has so many lines, and the
Well,
torch is fantastic. You got Thing on there looking
well, that's the thing too.
better.
There's a lot going on. Like the faces with the Kirby faces there too. There's there's emotion in them. Like
Yeah,
you could feel what Ben Grimm's looking like. He feels there's something around. He's trying to find it.
yeah, man. Some of these books are so pretty when you get them in hand, dude. You're just like,
There you go,
you're,
Biggie. Black Swamp
you're
Comics
stuck.
says the Priest run had a few cape covers.
Did it? Oh, good. I'm glad. What up, Jag? I see you, fam. All right, so let's
Bill, Trev, and guys, Trev, the shipping guru, started making videos, so please give him a sub and a follow if you guys haven't already.
I'm on 5. I don't want to miscount. So let's see. 6, 7,
Yeah, you're
8,
at number 5
9,
right now.
10, 12, 13. Oh, no, I do have like 1 or 2 extra, but that'll be okay.
That's all right.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and
We
pump
don't mind.
this jewel out. Pull out that giant
Yes, your
size.
your new edition, right?
Yes. This is my newest banger in the collection. Certified explosive banger. This banger right here almost overdosed my collection. I almost had a banger overload when I got this one, but I was able to extinguish the fuse before it blew.
Yeah, such a great one. And I don't know. I know everybody loves Wolverine, but I would take Storm any day in a book over Wolverine.
Well,
See,
there's a shock from Gary B. Gary B
Just in.
chooses the powerful woman.
well, I'm sure Rob probably knows my favorite part of the book. Won't you guess, Rob? Who is my favorite first appearance on here?
Colossus.
Colossus, yes. It was never fair to me that Colossus was tied to this. I wish he had a different book. It could have been easier.
It's a great book. Book that I really don't care about, but that's just me. I recognize its greatness though before I get attacked by everybody. I recognize its greatness and its purpose and point within many collectors' collections. It's just not me. I'm just not an X-Men guy. My wife, however, she would take that book in a heartbeat and tell me to go pound sand.
Right, Rob would be sleeping in the doghouse, and the X-Men one would be in bed next to her,
Yeah, probably.
all tucked in.
Especially because, like you, Gary, she's a huge Storm fan. I mean, Storm is her girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's Aurora Monroe. You gotta love her.
So this right here, dude, is don't let me give you. Okay, this is a Mortimer cover. When Mortimer. I don't have the year on it, but it is 40s, and it's Action Comics 180, and he's just taking a bullet to the teeth, man.
Now, does he catch it in his teeth, or he just lets it bounce off and kill someone random in the audience?
I believe he bites it.
Yeah, there's no fun being a magician doing these tricks like this if you're freaking Superman. Come on.
I couldn't not show old timey Superman, dude. I had to represent.
Yeah, that's another one of those a character that personally I'm not a big fan of, but I do have a couple older Superman books. I don't have any Golden Age ones, and I would love to get one day just because it is flippin' Superman. I mean, you can't ignore what he represents in to comics.
Right.
Yeah, it is a fantastic book. This is what makes comic books good. This is the golden age. Just makes you feel warm. It's like a hot cup of cocoa, dude. Like on a cold night, brother. This is comic book.
No,
or a shot in the face.
And what I love about those old Action Comics too is they put Superman in some of the funniest happenings on those covers. They weren't afraid to go weird with it.
Well, that whole era, there's a lot of that. Sometimes a lot of camp, a lot of goofiness.
It says Tommy Tomorrow is the best part of that issue.
Oh, dude, I got some Tommy Tomorrow stuff.
It's all right. People don't have to love him. We got that goblin
God
baby.
Damn you!
Ooh.
You go to hell and you die now, Biggie. And leave that to me in your will.
It's a lot. I didn't get none of these easy. I'm not the son of a rich person. I had to fucking bust my nuts to get these books. So when I show something like this, it's like this is what it's all about, man. The Green Goblin, dude. Some people want every book in the world. I just want a couple. Yeah.
Because I had the Craven guy.
Yeah. I'm cool with Goblin being my favorite. I feel like he's gave him his closest to death matches in the history of Spider-Mandom. So,
in a couple different forms.
Wow.
Whether it's Harry or his son, or whether it's Norman or Harry, and Hobgoblin, Demogoblin. Goblins and spiders, they don't get along.
Yep.
And that's a great shape for the age. And I love the little Hulk in the corner too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's one of the first crossovers with Hulk. I have the other one, it's FF12, but this is one of the first ones.
It just makes me wonder how Goblin can't see him, seeing he's flying under a cave overhang.
It's just a cover art, man. Why is everything gotta be so critical to Gary? Can't you just appreciate it?
I do. I love it.
All right, so
better than any Conan cover.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry on TV, Rob?
I think Gary will like this one, but I'm sure Rob will too.
Oh, I've liked them all so far, Biggie. You have great books, man.
Thank you, man.
Rob and I just like to pick on each other. Pay us no attention.
No, I love it. I can't wait to get on Slab Hub. I was going to just show like 60 or 70 Raws, but I knew that it wasn't that many. So
Oh yeah, okay.
you got to represent.
There we go. I already see the
Here's a
Thing.
baby doll. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I went a little heavy on this one. I could have got a lower grade for a lot cheaper, and I was like, you know what? I deserve something nice. It's just a 2.5, but it's a nice 2.5. You know, it's not a shitty one.
That presents great.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter with some of those books like that, Biggie. It's just about just being able to have it is enough.
It's another one that's like, I thought was going to be like $1,500, right? And then I saw a 1.0 for like 700 or something. But it had holes in it. It was horrible. My friends were just like, you cannot buy that. For me, it wasn't that bad, and the price was so cheap I could have lived with it. But they were absolutely right. When you get like one of these covers that are known for having some high collector's art to it, or it's a cover buy kind of deal, you really got to get the whole thing to present. You can't have like chunks missing and shit, because it just boosts the valuability up so much. And
there's a question from Anachronic from Joe. He wants to know if you have Hawkman 4, which I believe is the first Zatanna, right?
Right. What about it?
He wanted to know if you had that as well.
Oh, I don't. My boy 84 does though. I got the second Zatanna. It's, what's it called? Hawkman and Adam #9 or something, I think. I have that one. All right, so we just got like 4 more books.
Yeah, you're cruising.
Just scooting along, man.
Oh, that's all right. We'll talk to you after.
I love that Biggie keeps these raw keys and top loaders. Proper job, dude.
Thank you, man. My real good ones, I do. I got like 16 top loaders, and they're my favorite type of collection. Like, I love my slabs and I love my other raws and mylars, but my top loaders are definitely like my.
Black Swamp is saying Adam 19 for second Zatanna.
Okay, at 19. I said 9. I was close, but yeah, that's a great book. That 19, it's second Zatanna. It's a huge key. So this book I absolutely love. I could talk about forever.
Talking about great books, Biggie.
you know the Hawk Annual 1, right? The Steranko everybody loves.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, same pose almost.
Think about it. Like, okay, this was before that. All right. And it's not Steranko, it's Jack Kirby. Okay, that's one thing that's strikingly interesting about the book.
And I don't think I ever noticed that before you said it.
Yeah, if you look at it, that's definitely the Hulk Annual 1. So when people say it's a Steranko homage, they should actually say it's a Tales of Suspense 41 homage.
Right.
But that's fine. I let it go. I don't really care. The other striking thing about this book is it's the first Doctor Strange. They had a prototype Doctor Strange character, and he's right there, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's nothing to do with the real Doctor Strange, which is fine. And it's a third Iron Man right here. And out of the first 3, I like this one.
I just love the golden Iron Man.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I have an affinity for these old suits I'm finding. I love the Alan Scott Green Lantern. I love
I love the old trade dress too. The old trade dress is so nice.
Yeah, I would think this is around a 3.5 or so, because the spine is good. It's just faded. Usually the faded ones don't get that hit that hard. So
yeah,
I love this book. Great book. I won a hunt championship on the hunt with this one. It was my first world hunt championship.
Now, what is a world hunt championship? I've never heard of this. So before the next book, fill me in on what that is.
Okay, so we do this game on Tony Sanders. It's called The Hunt, where we are wrestlers and comic book collectors. And what you do is you go in there with your collection and you present it. And each book you present, you like try to get the crowd on your side. So you do a wrestling promo, And we do tricks like if you show a book, I show the same book in a higher grade, or I show a slab and you show raw and shit like that. And we got tag teams and all that. So anyways, the hunt was basically just they showed comic books and they were themselves. Okay. So I saw Madness, and me and Madness was hanging out, and we was doing Dusty Rhodes. I forget what he said, but there was something Dusty said, and I was like, I want to do that, and I couldn't do Dusty, so I did Hogan. So I was doing Hogan on my channel, and then Madness started doing Macho Man, and JD Comics started doing Flair, and ever since then, it's been wrestling since then. So we've been doing this for like 5 years, 4 years. And Who Dat Comics, Two Brothers Comics, Dustin, me, Boston Chris, Tony Sanders, Comic Head, all of those guys, D-Runk. And it's just something we've done for a while, you know, and have fun with.
Oh, then he just goes right into number 10 without a pause. Look at that.
Oh, is that number 10? I still have 3.
That's all right. We'll do them.
Yeah, this
one with
one.
an extended story too.
Right.
Can you read us the stuff in the label?
Yeah, the keynotes. First appearance of Thanos, Mentor, Drax the Destroyer, Arthur Douglas is his name, Star Fox, Kranos, and the Blood Brothers. So it's a lot of first appearances. It's like 6 or 5.
Whew. Beware of the Blood Brothers. Nice.
Yeah, it's got some stuff missing on top. It was a 3.0. I'm surprised it's got a 3.0. You know, that's fine with me. That's about what I wanted.
Well, and I love the border cover too. The border covers I've always loved. Where it has like under the trade dress, you got that border, and then you either have the art or the word balloons break the border. I don't know why, I just love them.
Yeah, I love all of the Gauntlet characters like Rocket and Star-Lord and Drax, Thanos and Gamora. And I feel like that's our best prequel series in the MCU, you know, like it's just fantastic. So I got these 2 books, and then I'll show my 11th, or no, I got one more book, and then I'll give you the story book and then my spec book.
All right.
Okay. So here is my last book, and it's my
Avengers
one. I had to show this.
Never heard of this book.
Yeah, he was talking about the gold suit Iron Man, and that gold suit Iron Man character box up there, box art is so cool, man. It's like the Mitchell Man. And if you look real close, the Wasp is in between them in there too.
I miss the letterbox formats.
Yeah.
Yeah, even they look at it. They give you the names on the top in big bold. They give you Iron Man and Thor and all these guys and Ant-Man and stuff, but they don't mention Wasp yet. Sure, there she's on the cover.
Yeah, sexist. I think they do. They don't. Oh, you're right.
So sexist.
Son of a bitch. It isn't on there. Why is Ant-Man on there and not Wasp?
That's it. Just tear it up. It's be woke. Just tear it up, Biggie. Do it.
She's right there.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There's 5 on the cover, but only 4 get called out.
She's even on the box art too, I think.
She must be the secretary.
And I'm still a big fan of how they drew Thor's hammer swinging back then.
Yeah.
This has everything, dude. This is super. This is right after all of their first appearances. They just got thrown together, and I'm not going to go off on a tangent on it, but it's a very historical book.
I like on it. It's like Iron Man, the way he's walking on that cover actually looks like you would almost expect a man wearing a giant heavy suit of armor or iron just be like, I'm moving along.
And Joe said that number 1 is the one he is missing out of his first 30.
Oh.
Well,
Joe, if you talk to Biggie, maybe for $3 billion, he'll sell it to you.
Yeah, that's the one to get.
Got Eddie saying, wow, circumstances saying, damn.
That book is definitely like the backbone of my collection. That's the baddest book I ever bought by myself.
Nice.
Here's the baddest book that was ever given to me.
All right, so this is the
And
one with the story, right?
this is the one with the story, yeah.
Nice.
This is this guy named the Geek Aficionado. And my friend I keep bringing up, Comic Head 84, I was the first person they did this to. And it was like a community AOK gift. And I had this book on my list because I had a wish list that year. And I saw one for like $500. And I was like, you know what? That's not unobtainable. That is super undervalued, you know? Of course it got swooped up. And the next thing closest to it, lowest price, is like $1,000. So I was just instantly like, okay, I don't have to worry about that anymore, you know? So I'm getting all my grails, I'm getting my hit list, and all of a sudden, Aficionado's on the Power Hour with me and Madness, and he's like, I got a gift for you, Biggie, because I bought a first Juggernaut from him. And I was like, you know, I'm pumped. I'm getting first Juggernaut. You know, it's coming my way. And he sent me that second Zatan, actually, and a couple other AOKs. And this one, him and 84 and some other people asked people they'd chip in $15 or $20, I believe, to all get me a book. And they all did, and they got me a Hulk 2.
Wow.
What a great story, too. And it always
Yeah.
means so much more when it comes from the community, you know? It's just something great.
Yeah, and whenever I get like depressed or sad, or if I get any kind of like, especially when it comes to YouTube, if YouTube stresses me out, I just kind of look at this book and I'm like, you know what? Maybe that 1 or 2 or 3 people don't like me that much, but 30 or 40 people think I'm a really cool guy. So,
And
you
look
know,
how clean that cover is, Biggie. That's a beautiful
oh my
presented
God,
copy.
it's a fucking 3.0, bro. By the time they bought it to getting it slabbed, it already doubled and tripled in value. It was such a great decision. And they said that so much money was coming in, they had to turn people back. They could have probably got me a Hulk one or X-Men one, but you know, they ended up going from a raw book to a raw book pressed and slabbed to a 3.0, you know. And right now this book is on fire. And I don't know that it's just because Hulk one is that expensive. I think that, you know, Hulk 2 is just that cool too. So
Very cool. I like the
yeah.
way he's just kind of coming through the
And
wall.
I love the way they sensationalized everything with the terror of the Toadmen.
Right. That's the first appearance of Toadman. First Green Hulk. The Hulk we all know and love. We don't even know who the Grey Hulk is, the original. And I think the Grey Hulk's in this one too, so that makes it cool.
And it's just cool to see, like, you know, the Hulk was just really simply made back then, right? He just this big hulking menace, and now he's like so evolved. It's just cool to see the representation of these heroes in these different eras and how they look like now, what they look like in different ages. It's always cool.
All right,
Comic
man.
Book says the
So
Toadmen were terrifying.
they almost had us, dude. The Kirby art in that book is so amazing, bro. It had, first off, Rick Jones and Banner thought it was a good idea to go to put him in a prison, right? And they put him in a prison, and it wasn't enough. And the Toadmen had a giant spaceship, and they were coming or some shit, and it ended up being a huge Kirby gun. Like Kirby made this huge, like cannon-sized gun, and Hulk had to go destroy the gun and the spaceships all at once, and it was like, oh my God, he's so strong. So it's a great issue. So
But
here's
Bobby
my
the Ghetto is reminding me of a movie called, and again with a wrestler, Roddy Piper. Hell Comes to Frogtown. There's Toad
the
women
frog
in
cannon.
that, Bobby.
Yeah. They almost had us, dude.
So what have you got for a spec pick?
All right, so my spec pick is everybody loves Spider Verse. Everybody loves Spider Gwen. Everybody loves Spider Punk. Every different version, Miles, all that stuff, all the different universes, right? So I love the ASM annuals. Those are very important to me. I have a first Sinister Six, and I have 1 through 8. But I feel like the one that has the most potential to pop and has never seen the light of any rumors or spec, but would be interesting to me, is Peter Parker's parents. So Amazing Spider-Man Annual 5, and you can see his parents down here. In the
And here I thought you were going with Speedball. No, just kidding.
no, we're going with the Silver Age ASM Manual.
Oh yeah, no,
Beautiful
that's
book.
great. And when he had the fat spider on the back.
Yeah. And just could you imagine, like, we've always only had Aunt May and Ben. What if Spider's man dad was a pimp or something, like we don't know. How cool.
Yeah, we got his parents a little bit in
what,
Amazing Spider-Man 2. But yeah, they were supposedly different. They were Shield agents, right, Rob?
I thought I remember reading something like with them, like they were
I thought this was the only one issue that they were in. I had no idea there was any more.
Oh yeah, no, they had a whole story arc with them. I think in the 300s, and it has them on the cover.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, the ones on the cover though, they weren't actually his parents, but because there's one where Venom's like holding them, but his parents. There was something about some article, some story, and I can't remember if it was an in-universe or an out-of-universe story where his parents were like either spies or something to do with genetics. There was like some big mystery around what his parents were doing and why they were, that they got killed off essentially, or because of what they were doing.
There's some manuals. Oh yeah, I figured you liked that last one. Yeah. Zeus and Hercules.
Now, did you see Thor: Love and Thunder, Biggie?
No, but I think I'm spoiled enough to where I can tell you what happened in it.
No, I was just going to ask you what you thought about the Hercules reveal, but
it's sad that I felt like they did drop the ball because it should have been an overall. Everybody should have loved it. It should have been polished good enough to where there was no doubt, and it should have been $1 billion product, not million. So it must have sucked.
Right, and I think the guy playing him was a wrestler, I believe.
Oh, Helmsworth?
No. The guy playing Hercules.
Oh, I haven't seen it at all, but I heard about what happened. I hope it's good. I love Thor. I don't mind it being funny. It was like, okay, Ragnarok was funny, but when it came down to who was strong as fuck, it was Thor, bro. Because when Hulk came smashing down on him and Thor knocked him out, that was the best part of that movie. Because it's like, oh, okay, Thor isn't a fake strong guy. Like, he may be stronger than the Hulk.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I guess if we're gonna talk Thor: Love and Thunder, the good moments were really good, but I thought they went a little too bro, and they should have went a little more God. They were a little too preoccupied with Thor having one-liners and being surfer dude, and not enough godlike. For me personally. Now, don't get me wrong, I still like the movie. But I wanted to see more of that imposing Thor when he's just out and he's full power and ready to kick some ass.
Yeah, because he could do that. So why not do a lot of it?
Because they had him, they were showing his power at the beginning of the movie too, Big, and you might like that. But they're also making kind of a joke out of it, which kind of took away from it a little bit. So there was a few parts that were just gratuitous, like over the top funny that you didn't need in there that affected the story. I don't know. What do you think, Rob?
Sorry, I was doing the research on Richard and Mary
Oh,
Parker.
Richard and Mary Parker. Okay.
So yeah, sorry.
Yep, Dick Parker and Mary, right?
That's right.
What do they have a background? I didn't read it.
Yeah, well, so up until the annual that you had there was no real explanation as to why Peter was being raised by Aunt May and Uncle Ben, right? But then later on, it would be filled out that they were spies. That Richard Parker was a decorated soldier for the U.S. Army and was recruited by Nick Fury to the CIA. And Mary Fitzpatrick was the daughter of an OSS agent, Wild Will Fitzpatrick, and she became a CIA translator and data analyst and met on the job with Richard, who they would eventually have Peter. And Peter was often raised by May and Ben while they were away on things. Eventually, they would be killed by the third Red Skull while trying to infiltrate his criminal organization in Algeria. And then later on, they would resurface, but it was actually only life model decoys and stuff that Harry Osborn was involved in and the Chameleon were involved with. So there you are.
Now,
which is then actually kind of funny that then we have this mystery or mysterious, his long lost sister shows up, and she's a part of the spy organization too.
What you mean in this new series of Spider-Man?
She showed up in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man about 3 years ago. There was a short run series called Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and in that series they introduce Peter Parker's sister, and it turns out that she's a spy as well.
Damn, so they left Peter and went out and had another kid.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever. They had another kid, and I don't know what the hell.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either. This first I heard of his sister. Wow.
That's awesome.
So, Biggie, while we got you here, let's plug your new show that you started. It premiered yesterday. You want to tell the audience a little bit about it and what they can look forward to?
Yeah, thank you. By the way, I'm at 1,049. I was at 1,057. So if there's anybody out there ain't subscribed to me and wouldn't mind putting me over to 1,050 mark, that'd be great. But my new show I did yesterday is Big. Yeah, I like that 0.5 instead of that 0.4 a little bit more.
Well,
hopefully I get to 6.
The 1050. It's like, well, actually, never mind. All right, sorry, I digress.
You're fine. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but
Either do I. As I actually started saying it out loud, realized I'm thinking of something else.
So the show is BiggieShaq reviews the comic book community, and I'm gonna work on the title, but the concept is fantastic. I just sit there, and it's like I'm watching the video, and I'm talking out loud while I watch it. So it's not even my content. I was watching Comic Com the other day, and I just bashed the shit out of the keys I didn't like, and I told you the books I did like. And it's nothing against anybody. It's just this is my opinion on what I think of the material you are. I think Comic Tom's a fantastic person. Do I like X-Men 1 Jim Lee as a spec book? No, I do not. So that's how it works. It's so great. I'm going to do more of them.
And it was a fun show, guys. If you haven't watched it, go give it a check out. And like I said, the links are in the description below. I made it as easy as I could for anyone to sub to these two fine gentlemen that are here with me tonight.
Yeah.
But it's even
thank you for everything you do. And I'll be on Rob's, man. I'm a big fan of Rob Fat Stax and Comic Vet. You know, I'm so happy I'm getting on here with you guys and doing content now, and I look forward to doing more with it. And I hope you guys will come and hop on my channel with me. You know, me and Doc do our show, and Dope
if
and
if it's
Puff.
on YouTube, I guess I'll be there.
Yeah. So open door, man. I'll get y'all's emails later, and I'll send you start sending you invites.
Yeah, well, I'm almost obligated to make an appearance on any live show that happens.
Anyone that'll have me, right? BiggieShaq will be on Slab Hub on July 30th. So, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we will have him on.
Well, while we're talking about this, Rob, what's coming up for your channel this week, sir?
On Rob Fat Stacks Presents Slab Hub, the show, we'll be having Bub's World this week. He's coming
That's
on
going to be
to
awesome.
show off some of his slabs. So, yeah.
And
Other than
Rob,
that, I open boxes.
will you be joining us on The Usual Suspects this week? Our guest this Thursday is Mr. Alan Rue, the comic Viking himself.
I think so.
Nice.
As it stands right now, most likely.
And not only that Thursday, but he's in the audience tonight. We have a special Saturday evening show with Bobby De La Ghetto on the 1011 on a Saturday evening special. So, guys, please turn out to see what Bobby's got. You know he's going to bring nothing but heat, just like Biggie did. And he's probably feeling that he's got to whoop Biggie a little bit on his show when he comes up. So, oh,
That's all right, man.
no,
I'll be ready for what Bubs does too, man. When Bubs has got a lot of books, dude.
He does. Bob's a collector's collector too.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
He really is. It's hard to keep up with you guys, man.
One night, the Key Roundabout, where you guys try to top each other in like 5 rounds.
I battled with Bubs on the hump before. He's been world champion. You guys should hop on the hump, man. Open door policy, Big Tony Sanders, dude. He loves all you guys.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you'll have to give me an invite so I know where it is.
I'll send you a link to his
there's
channel.
Still some people I haven't found, so there's still blind spots.
No, you got. I mean, dude. Whenever I got in the community, I only knew my little circle until I started seeing. There's a lot of people out there, man, and now it's tons of people. There's channels that have like 3,000 subs I never heard of.
Right. There's some people I just found. Like, it took me forever till I found out about you. And the first thing I heard about you, Biggie, was from Thorson, Varangian Vigilante.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you know what a great dude he is.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Vigilante. He's the Arnold Schwarzenegger expert in the community and other things. But that's my favorite thing he specializes in.
Now, so, Biggie, what's coming up this week for you? Anything special?
Yes, we're going to have Comic Collector Club and the Comic Collector Geek, which is, I think he hit 2K on his subscriptions. This guy is on fire, bro, and his collection, you can see on his wall, bro. He's got FF1, X-Men 1, every dang book in the world. I think his favorite character is Wonder Woman. He's got an All-Star 8. That's a big book, bro. Not many people have All-Star 8.
Huh?
Well, he might not be bigger fan of Magic Lasso, but he does have the All-Star 8, so I can't really call it. But Magic Lasso loves every damn thing. You know, he's the biggest X-Men fan, too. So Magic Lasso is one of the smartest story memorizer I ever met in the community. So shout out to Lasso. But
and a good sense of humor, too.
Yeah, he's always treated me with a lot of respect. I love Lasso.
Now, do you have a time when you're going to be on DJ's channel again, rapping?
Yeah, we are. He decided to take a couple months off, and we are coming back in August. And me and actual Dracula, are actually trying to work out on a song, and it's going by good. We haven't done anything at all for the last 2 months, but I have a lot of rhymes written down. He says he's got a beat, so I think once we get the beat, we're going to try to make a video. I think DJ Lynx has his own, and 84 might be doing one by himself. So it's going to be a different type of show. It's going to be like, so the last one, me and 84 were the main event, and we decided to make a rap video instead. So this time it's going to be, I think, all rap videos.
So you guys need like a rap collaboration episode where you guys pair off with each other. So I don't know if you know Mike from Night Tiger Comics.
Of course.
All right. Well, he says that they need you on the Golden Age team show that he's been doing.
You had both my guys on. You had my guest coming up with Man Caves just a couple of days ago. Doc called me and told me about that Night Tiger, and I think that I already asked Night Tiger to be on Collector Club. If I haven't, Night Tiger, excuse me, but I feel like I meant to ask you if I didn't, but I gotta get Night Tiger on. He's a whiz, bro. That guy is a mean collector, bro. He really is. I love that guy.
He is. And see, we're talking about community people, right? I didn't find out about him until like a little less than a year ago, and Mike reached out to me, and I had never heard of him. And it was weird because I was already following Roger Metarog. You think I would have heard about Mike through Metarog?
Yeah, they're
Through
really good
Roger.
friends.
But it's still weird. You could still find all these people you haven't seen before, and then all of a sudden you're down the rabbit hole. And talk about a guy that goes out and buys great books. Mike from Night Tiger buys some bangers every episode he has.
I'll tell you what, man, he's a good doctor. He's good at fixing books too, pressing and cleaning, and he could take a book that's all ripped up and torn apart and put it back together. That stuff fascinates me because I buy low grade books, but I'm too afraid to touch the things.
I'm the same way.
I'm completely fine with it being mangled. It's there. Yeah.
If I did take it apart, I'd just be like, well, it's fucked now.
Right. I would definitely destroy something worse than what it is as soon as I tried. But maybe one day I'll get a couple spine rolls took out just because they bother me a lot. But besides that, I'm happy.
Excellent. Well, guys, everyone in the audience, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you coming out to support the show and to support Biggie. And any of you, if you're new to Biggie, please sub them up. As I said, links are in the description below for both these fine gents. And Rob, I want to thank you for always being the wingman for me. I appreciate you, sir. And Biggie, thank you so much for coming on the channel again. And for those of you who don't know, Biggie was also on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects. You should check out that episode. We had a great time. And
when you're done, I'll give him a wrestling promo to finish it.
Yeah, you do your promo, and then I'll go into my my post stuff here.
So you guys seen it here first, man. I was with Gary B. He likes to be on the show with the Conan, you know what I'm saying, slashing, Red Sonja. He likes some leather toying, cloth, groin underwear with the hot muscular chicks and all the blood pumping through the veins and the biceps, and you know what I'm saying. Me and Big Gary B, brother, we had to take down the Snake Lord and Conan the Barbarian. They were coming at us with a whole army of lizards, brother. But me and Gary B back to back, brother. Python pumping, big sword swinging in the air. Had to kill all them snake creatures, dude. So what you gonna do, brother, when me and Gary B pull out the big swords and daggers and Will Chamberlain and Andre the Giant and run wild on you?
Thank you, Biggie. Attention all, use channel sponsor Rogue Trader at theroguetraderutah.com and my code Keep It Casual for 10% off your comic cleaning and pressing needs. Remember, when submitting your books to be graded, use a trusted professional.